right, good.
All right, everyone, let's turn our attention to Maria. She'll be presenting right now, actually, and then hopefully we can help her out with whatever she needs. All right?
Well, my assignment is to define home, like what home is to me, but I don't exactly know what. I don't know, like I don't know if it's like to point a place, like a house, or I don't know.
Home, like you're supposed to wherever you feel comfortable, like that.
I guess.
Or do you have to like define it, what it means to you, home, or
Yeah, just like define like what is home if it's
like to you?
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of. We must have the same instructor because I think I had to do something like that, and it was very difficult. Did you get started?
No, because I don't know like what home
Like
is.
what you
That's a
right,
great question
right.
to say what is home.
Yeah.
Because you could say my home is where I live, 1225 Illinois Ave, So
Right.
you could just answer the question like that.
And that's how I was kind of looking at it, Tim. I was just like, well, home is where I live.
But it has to be 2 pages, so
Yeah.
it's not so simple.
Exactly.
And then they're not going to want you to just like describe, in the living room we have like,
Yeah.
I think it has to be like a little deeper.
So what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about like where you live, or do you want to talk about what makes you feel comfortable?
I guess what makes me feel comfortable, because my house isn't really, I'm hardly ever there, so it doesn't really feel like home.
So where are you the most?
My car, I guess.
Really?
Work.
Okay.
Honestly, I feel at home when I'm outside. Like, it sounds geeky, but I just like looking. I just like, being outside and being in nature. I feel comfortable. That sounds stupid, but I wouldn't know how to write 2 pages on that.
Well, home for me is my garden. I do a lot of gardening and different things. And once I got at it, the mindset of the physical home and what made me happy, so to speak, I was able to like write a few pages about how I felt about outside and growing things and seeing life. So
That's deep.
Yeah.
yeah, son.
Well, I guess okay, so outside.
Is outside home for you? Like, is that where you feel most comfortable?
I mean,
What do you do in your spare time? Like, if you're just like, chilling, you have nothing to do, what do you do?
well, I like to be outside. I used to play tennis a lot, so that was always like the most comfortable I've felt.
Really?
Stay there for hours just playing.
It doesn't have to be one play, because it sounds like the person didn't even give you like, specific things that you have to write about. You can say more than one thing probably.
Well, see, that's what I be hating about these professors because they give you these assignments and you don't really know what to do. It's like, tell me what
They
do you
don't
want.
care.
It's too broad.
Yeah, they don't care. They just want you to write 2 pages. Honestly, that's all that matters.
It's a good thing, though. What it does is, try to get them to open up and get to know their students. Because most of the time, they're like in the dark about who you are and what makes you feel comfortable. So they're just trying to not just like,
I
get to know
guess,
you.
but then when I write what I want to write, then they always like, oh, that wasn't what the assignment was. You were supposed to do this, or you get a whole bunch of red ink on my paper. Like, why would you tell me to write? Why don't you give me specific directions?
Exactly.
I understand for you all as students. That's it's hard, and it can be very taxing on when you see this thing and it's all red, and you feel sad. Of course, anyone will lose their motivation instantly. Since you haven't written it, is that right?
Yeah.
You haven't written it. You haven't started. Okay, that's good. If you have, so let's go into those things. What are you comfortable with? You said comfortable.
Yeah.
You said safe, felt at home. What else? We had different sort of versions of home. You said tennis, right? That's one thing.
Right.
What other things?
Well, I guess tennis because I play with my friends, so like who I'm with makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah, I didn't
Who
even
you're
think
with.
about that.
People.
Yeah, people.
Yeah,
People. So
Yeah. You feel at home with us?
No.
Not yet.
No. Hey! Oh my God! Oh wow!
I would hope that eventually you'd be comfortable enough.
We don't want to help no more.
Eventually. I would hope so. That is what I hope for you.
I was just kidding. You guys took that too seriously.
Okay, we sorry.
Okay.
We sorry.
But okay. You said tennis, the
Right.
people you're with. What else? Oh, what else do you think you could write a lot about and you know a lot about?
Oh, I mean, I guess about that. Like, if home is where you are, where you feel comfortable, where you feel safe and loved, and just
Love. We didn't really bring in emotions.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
Wow,
What do
that's
you
a
think about
poster.
that?
Home is love.
Love.
Love is home.
Love.
So-
Maybe you could talk about like how you got started in it and why you feel such a connection to it, or I don't know.
One thing that just reminded when you said love, though, honestly, it sounds cheesy, but isn't home supposed to be wherever your family is? Like, because when I think of like love, when I do think of home, like in the way that you just said it, I do think of my family because I live by myself now, but I don't even call my home home. I call my home where my mom is home because I guess she don't cook no more, but she was the person that cooked for me. And when my grandma was alive, even when I was with my mom, I thought of my grandma's house as home because that's the, I guess, matriarch of my family. So that always made me feel comfortable. So I never even thought about that.
And so,
Okay, that's interesting. Now, I guess I could think of my house as a home only when like my family's all there.
Yeah.
If they're not there, then it doesn't really feel like home.
Oh, that's so like touching, isn't it?
what I'm getting from what you're saying is that, it's more people for you.
Right. Yeah. I get it.
But we could also connect it to tennis still. You don't have to throw that out. I mean, if tennis is really important to you.
Well, I mean that feels like home because of the people. that I'm
Because
with.
of the people.
So
you
it's-
find more
yeah.
people you're at home with playing tennis? Is that true?
Wait, what?
You feel, I'm just trying to reinterpret.
Okay.
You feel at home more with, I could be wrong. Do you feel more at home playing tennis with the people you're with because of those people? Or is it
Yeah,
because of the
because
sport?
of the people.
So
I
it's
mean,
the
the
people.
sport. I mean, I love the sport, but it wouldn't be the same if it was, with random people that I don't
Did
know.
you take lessons or did someone
Yeah.
I
in
was
your
on a
family?
team.
You know,
Did
I was
someone
on
in
a
your
team.
family teach you?
No.
Yeah, who taught you?
I was on a team, so my coach.
So,
Oh, okay.
did that person give you a sense of home?
What? He gave me more of a sense of a drill sergeant. My teammates, I
Right.
guess, because we were suffering through the same thing, we had to bond.
When did
And
you,
they gave me
Oh, like us.
Am I a drill sergeant?
Okay.
when did you start tennis? When, like what age?
In high school, so I was like maybe 13.
So you've been doing it ever since? How long is that?
Well,
Since you're
that
18.
was. Oh, since I'm 18? I'm bad at math. I failed.
Yeah.
That's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So that sounds cool to me. It sounds like, do you think you can write about that?
Yeah, I think I could. If I could, I'll join in tennis with the whole thing with people too, so that way it probably fills up the limited amount of pages that I need.
But why does tennis make you feel at home? Just because of the people that you met doing it, or just because it's like, I don't know, why?
Yeah, because of the people. My best friend was on the team too, so it's just having my friends there. It just we got to talk and then suffer through the practice.
Talk, suffer through practice. I think you're making a list here. Do you think this might be good to write down?
Yeah.
It sounds good. Yeah. All right, so
Yeah.
go through the things that you, as you were saying,
Right. So
with your friends. Why is it home? Tennis with your friends. Why is it home?
yeah, I think
What
I
are
have a
those
good
things?
list for this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anybody
I
else?
can't think of anything else.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it sounds good. You have a lot.
Because we talked through a lot, so I think that I just decided on people makes home.
Okay. Okay.
Did you get what you need?
Yes,
Any more?
yes. Yeah, I know I
what
got
would
it.
help you?
I got it now. I have a list, so I'm just gonna start writing.
For a minute.
Supportive group.